you're getting on my fucking nerves.
No, stop. Just start.
That is the beginning.
Ugh.
That's how we're starting. Last episode, you hung up on me.
Hi, buddy.
Hi, buddy. We're not really mad. We're not really mad. I told him I painted my living room this week, so I can.
You told him who?
You. I'm talking to them.
Talk to me.
This is going good. No, listen, you guys. I'm in my bedroom right now because I painted my living room this week, and I didn't put any items back in there yet, so the room is empty. So if I talk on the phone out there, it'll sound like shit because there's no, you guys know, if you talk in an empty room, it makes the sound weird. So I have to be in my bedroom right now. So, and he gave me shit about it, and now we're cranky.
I'm not cranky.
I'm literally not either.
It's chilly outside. It's perfect weather. I've got a cold cup of coffee. I made some soup.
Cold cup of coffee.
Hot, sorry. I meant hot cup of coffee.
What is this episode,
I don't know. Chaos already.
The fuck? I got a hot.
You can't even come up with an insult. I got a hot.
I can't breathe. Well, listen, because I was gonna make fun of you for having cold coffee, and then I was gonna say in hot soup, and then I'm like, no, that's what it's supposed to be. I was gonna do them backwards, and they're both forwards. I can't breathe.
All right, that's the whole episode.
I can't breathe. Listen, you guys, yesterday we were talking about the Joker, and he goes, I said, yeah, who wants to see this sad movie about this depressed guy? And you go, yeah, and Lady Gaga's in it, and she's a mentally complicated woman. And I go, that's my new name for myself. And then we would cry laughing.
You are a mentally complicated woman.
I know I am. I want that t-shirt. All right, that's it. Good talk. See you later. Bye. Okay,
Goodbye.
bye. Oh my God, bye. Okay, you guys, listen, you guys, I know we talked about it a bunch of times on here. We went to the fucking church rummage sale today. Our favorite thing.
It's a good thing.
It is our favorite thing. It's the only thing that gets me out of my house.
No shit. And I have a comment about that regarding the church sale.
What?
Now just go on with your story. I'll interject when it's appropriate.
No, we got a couple little things. We don't always find that many things, but we got a couple cute things today. I got a chandelier for $5 because the guy working in that room, I found it on the ground and I picked it up and he goes, you want to buy that? I go, yep. He goes, how much you want to pay for it? I go, $5. He goes, boom, $5 right on it. And I go, I love everything about you. And you go, he's probably married. I meant it. Like I'm paying on the fucking crazy church sale, man. But that was a winner. And then what did you get?
I got a suitcase for $4.
I know, you did it. Now, listen, you guys, every time you see John Tenney at an event and he has a vintage suitcase on, it's from the church rummage sale every time. You get one every time we go.
Every time.
There's always one waiting there for you.
Let me tell you what was great about this year's church rummage sale. And this is what I was saying about you not leaving the house except to go to the church rummage sale.
Well, because I get weird and chatty with strangers because I haven't talked to anybody in a week.
You get weird, chatty with strangers because you haven't talked to anybody in a week. And in a church full of old biddy women, you drop fucking F-bombs all over the place.
No, I said titties out loud. I did.
You were walking with the chandelier when you were trying to find a place to set it down, and there was that huge line of people, and you were like, I'm just going to put it there. No, what if somebody steals it? Fuck. And then you just turned around.
Literally in a church, and just all around us.
It was so funny.
Bro, I cannot. I have to be me, dude. I gotta be me. And all those oldies always try and talk to us. They're always telling me whatever we're carrying is so cute. They love us, so I'll just talk how I want to.
It's because we're 50 years younger than everyone else in there.
I know. How's that feel? You could talk to them about potatoes and shit.
We had I think you were trying a coat on, but I was standing there telling you if it sucked or not. And there was a woman and her husband who was like, looks at me and she's like, you're great for doing that.
Yeah. I know you were giving me your opinion on stuff and we weren't even thinking about it. And I was like, yeah, I don't go anywhere without him. And then the old guy with her was like, I don't go anywhere without her either. They were so cute.
Where's their podcast?
I know. Let's find it. That was my favorite. That shit is so wholesome. I love going to that thing.
Yes.
That's my favorite time. Oh, so we did that, and then the rest of today I've spent binging the new episodes of Love is Blind, season 7.
Jesus Christ.
There's been 9 episodes so far. They dropped 3 more today, and listen, it was kind of going good for the first 6, and these 3 they dropped today were just an absolute shit show.
So you're in or out?
Oh, it's like my favorite show. It's
Okay.
so compelling. It's so trash, but so good. Just the idea that people are in a little room and then they meet each other and then they propose marriage to each other before they see each other at all. And then so they're already engaged and then they come down this hallway and see each other. And then right after that, they have to go on vacation together directly from there. And then after that, they live together in like a little apartment. And then after that, they decide if they're going to get married. And it all happens in the span of like a month.
That's wild.
It's great. And they have to meet each other's family. And that's the ones today were outrageous. The one girl's mom was so heinous. Worst. It's the best show. I'm just like, I'm just jaw dropped the whole time. I'm like, how do people act like this? This is crazy. And then you think the ones that are going to make it, just some bombshell comes out and the whole thing is ruined. It's great. It's the best TV ever.
It's just weird to me, though, because it's such a different world with dating and meeting people and getting married. So, like, obviously, I listen to a lot of old radio shows and watch a lot of old television. And I was watching, maybe You Bet Your Life with Groucho Marx. And there was like a husband and wife there, and he asked how they met. And she said, you got to remember this is 1940s. And she's like, I was walking home from a city dance, and it started raining, and this car pulled up, and this gentleman asked if he could drive me home. So he drove me home, and I brought him in, and he met my parents. And then 3 days later, we went on a date, and now we've been married for 10 years. And I was like, that shit doesn't happen anymore.
No, fuck no. First of all, nobody's getting in the car because it's
exactly. Right. Number one.
Yeah, number one. You're like going through your phone and doing a background check on the guy to make sure he's not a murderer. Something's crazy with the parents. They're probably divorced. The house is shitty. Everything sucks.
It's just a completely different world.
It is. That makes me sad inside.
But that's the way it just used to be, right?
That cute couple that we talked to at the church sale knows that life. That was probably them on the show.
It probably was.
Oh, that was depressing. That's fine. And then on the way back from the church sale, I talked to my aunt on the phone who literally works in the field of climate science. She lived in Florida for a while, but just like a year ago, she moved back up here because she's like, things are not great down here. I sense bad things happening in Florida. And just like, not only politically, but like tropical storm stuff. So she says she sold her house a year ago, moved back up here, and just this Hurricane Helene dropped a tree on the house that she sold.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that is crazy. She got out just in time, and she was telling me she thinks that like the state of Florida is going to have like insurance problems coming up, like because if these things keep happening, nobody's going to be able to insure their house, and people are going to want to leave, and it's a big mess.
I hope everyone's okay.
I know, that's what I was going to say too. My grandma is in like a mandatory evacuation area right now, and she's not leaving. And I know at least one of our Patreons is in an area, and she's not leaving either. And so I hope everybody in North Carolina and Georgia and Florida and everybody affected is okay. And Olive Garden headquarters is in Florida, in the path.
I know.
Milton better not touch Olive Garden headquarters, bro. I will go down there myself.
Protective shield over the Olive Garden.
Everybody put a protective bubble over my grandma and everybody we know and Olive Garden headquarters, please.
But here's another thing going back to the olden days. There was a time, not in the very far distant past, I will say in the 80s, when I would watch horrible weather news and you would have one news reporter who got sent out to stand in the storm. I know they still do that now.
Yeah.
But like in the 70s and 80s, there would be like one person per ABC, CBS, and NBC. Now there are legitimately, I was like looking today, there are legitimately like thousands of people on TikTok standing on the beach as the wind blows them. And I'm like, just leave.
Yeah, they think if they get the perfect video, they'll be set, which I don't know.
But I mean, is it worth it?
People have fallen into freaking off cliffs and into acid pools and shit at national parks trying to get social media content. Like, it is crazy times out there.
Wild out there, people.
I saw that guy. They're trying to get that guy that lives on a boat in Tampa Bay to get off the boat or he's gonna die. They call him Lieutenant Dan. That's a true story. The mayor, or what, I think she's the mayor or the somebody of Florida, said that they might have to arrest him to get him off the boat just so he lives and gets out of the water. But they're really running out of time. They already did something because it's already there. And there's tornadoes everywhere there. It's freaking crazy.
Good times, everybody.
Good times, great times. Everybody be safe.
Everybody be safe.
Drive up north if you gotta.
I am back from Nebraska.
Yeah.
I went and did a show in Nebraska, Haunted Heartlands, Historic Haunted Heartlands, with Joshua Darren and Dustin Perry, and I saw all the friends and all the pates, and a good time was had by all, and I give myself a 5 out of 10.
You usually give yourself a 3, so that's tight.
I 100% took my shoes off, and that stage is like brand new wood and it's just been waxed. Mm-hmm. I might as well have been ice skating the entire time that I was doing my lecture. I was zipping back and forth across the stage like a crazy person.
That would make me feel very happy and fun and free during a talk.
I was very happy.
That's cute. I like it. You saw some Pates and friends. You saw the Mahanas.
Yeah.
Who else?
Blackman.
Oh yeah, Melissa Blackman. Shout out.
I saw a whole bunch. I couldn't even name all the Pates that were there.
I know, that's true.
McKenna got us presents.
Oh yeah. Chris McKenna, icon. I love that mug you got me. And Toad loves the donut. He got a donut.
That motherfucker got a Toad a Dunkin' Donut.
Because we hate Dunkin'. But that's actually funny, though, because he knows Toad will ruin it. And then Toad's just participating in the Dunkin' Donut hate with us. So it really worked out good. I gave him a toy just before this. I gave him, somebody at Paracon got him a little baby Slurpee, and I took a picture of it, and before I could even post the picture, the Slurpee is exploded into a million pieces on the floor of the living room. It's already dead.
It got slurped.
Got slurped. But wait, okay, what else about the trip? You talked, you saw the friendos, you went on an airplane,
I went to a Goodwill and bought a suit coat.
Oh, you didn't tell me that.
I realized when I got there I hadn't packed a suit coat. So Saturday morning, I took an Uber to a Goodwill and bought a suit coat for $3.
We're very thrifty, you guys. You guys probably listen to podcasters and people on social media who are like, "Oh, I just spent $100 on this thing at the antique store, or I did this or I did that," and me and Tenney were like, "I got this thing for $3. I'm so happy."
There are literally entire communities of podcasters who are like, "Look, I just bought this $150,000 Rolex watch. I just bought this brand new car. I bought a $3 suit coat from the Goodwill."
I guarantee we're so much more amped about our shit too.
I am so excited.
I know. So excited. I like treasures. I like old stuff. I've never cared about brands. I'm not impressed by people that wear brands or like have nice cars. I don't give a fuck. It's such a weird barometer. Like, oh, you think that person's better than you? They're not.
Nope.
Well, anything else about the trip?
No, a good time was had by all. Thanks everybody for coming. Thanks for having me out, Brian. And yeah, good time was had by all.
Very cute. Very wholesome. While you were gone, Toad got into it with another wild animal, making it the fucking 27,000th wild animal he's gotten into it with. Listen, he was out there. It was at night. And I'm like, you better not get into it with a skunk again or you're never coming in this house again. So I'm yelling for him and he won't come. And he's in the bushes. I'm like, is he stuck? Is he by an animal again? So I'm yelling and yelling. He won't come in. So I get the flashlight out. I go out there. He is standing over a possum that has just went completely dead. It was doing such a good job. I'm like, I know he's not dead. I really did kind of think he was dead for a minute, but I'm like, no, Toad wouldn't kill it. And he didn't have any marks on it. And it was kind of a baby. It was kind of like a teenager. It was kind of small. And Toad will not get away from it. And then he goes to put his mouth on it. And I'm like, don't you fucking dare. And then but he's giving me this look like, Mom, I swear to you right now, I didn't kill it. I was just by it and it shut off. Like, I could tell from his eyeballs he was trying to explain to me that he didn't do what was going on. It just it just fell down.
Right.
And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I know, dude, this is what they do. I know, you're good. So then I finally got him to back away from it and got him to go around the corner of the garage. And by the time I walked back to where we were, the possum was like, boom, he like was completely gone. But I was like, Toad, why are you doing this to me? Why every day? Why?
Possums are good at their little thing.
I'm glad. Yeah, I'm glad it did that. I'm glad it didn't scratch his eyes out. I'm glad it just shut off. It's so crazy that they do that.
And you know what's even crazier is that human beings, the big, huge intellectual creature on the planet, we know they do it. And when we see them do it, we still think maybe it's dead.
I know. I swear to you, I could see his little hands, his little nose, his little tail. Not one fucking nothing was moving, not 1 centimeter, nothing. I'm like, whoa, he is doing so good. Like to have the dog convinced too, because if it moved at all, the dog would be like, bam.
Yeah.
It was shut off. It was crazy. So yeah, that happened. And then yeah, I painted my living room. And then my dad came over and we did some more repair stuff. I had to crawl in my attic and I got insulation in my hands. And then we got that out. And then I had tattoo clients while you were gone. And one of I wish I listen, you guys. Listen, you guys. Next time we have a live event, corner me or ask me while we're talking to the group and be like, "You're a tattoo client that worked for a big company. Tell us the stories. Tell us what she told you, and I'll tell you in real life, maybe. But I can't tell you on here."
All right.
But she works for a very big company that every single person listening to this would know, and she told me the craziest fucking stories ever because I can't talk about it. So that was sick. She was a brand new client. It's crazy what people tell me when they're getting tattooed.
So if any listeners remember, ask Jessica to find out the dirt on this company.
Yes. I was really entertained. Those stories are so crazy too that they'd be like national news. And I was like, does anybody know about these? And she's like, no, they don't get out. I'm like, oh my God, I love this. Oh, you're my best friend. They're so good.
And then I came home from my trip to Nebraska and I had my animatronic witch delivered to me, and so I set it up in my living room and then I forgot about it, and then the next morning I came downstairs to get coffee and I fell down because I thought there was a witch in my house.
I thought that thing, did you get it on eBay or something? Why does it look vintage? It's not new.
I put stuff on it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it looked like a 80s or 90s special.
Yeah, I changed it. I bought it on eBay for like, I think it was like $27 or something like that because it was on sale. And then I just like put all the Halloween stuff that I have in my garage on it.
So you're just like sitting in your house like, oh, open eBay, search animatronic hanging witch. Like, how do you get there?
I wanted to do something this year for Halloween.
So it's in your house?
Not anymore. Now it's in the garage, but it'll come back in the house for Halloween night.
You should hang it from your front porch.
My porch isn't big enough already. Like 4-year-olds fall off my porch because my porch is so small.
Yeah, that thing would be scary for a little child.
It's going to be in the house, and then when they walk up to the door, they'll see it in the living room, and it'll scare them. But then I'll come out from around the door and scare them again.
Yeah, that'll be even scarier.
Yeah. And I fixed my 2 fog machines that I've had for 25 years, so I'm ready to go.
Nice.
And then, it's been years, I thought I saw Charlie in the house.
You did?
I really did. I was in the bathroom and I like caught him out of the corner of my eye and then like ran and looked and caught him again going into the kitchen. Saw his tail and his back legs disappear around to the kitchen. So I was like, uh-oh, Charlie's back. What's up with that? And then that was on Monday. And then today I moved the witch into the garage. And while I was in the garage, I started like organizing, and underneath a stack of like manuals for transmissions and carburetors and stuff like that, there was an envelope, and I opened it and there were 4 pictures of Charlie inside.
Whoa, weird. Do these dates correspond to anything? Did you ever know his birthday or his death day, obviously, or anything like that?
So it doesn't correspond to his birthday or his death day, but I think it's because I think he wants cats in the house.
Yeah, that was gonna be my next guess. This is a clue. Like, where am I?
Yeah.
Because Ghost Bean is here and he loves Toad. And
I know.
Yours is probably like, hello, can I get a brother that's like alive so we can play with each other?
Because for a while, Charlie and Sosie were in here, and then she went, and then he went, and then I was like, okay, they just went together, and now he's back.
Yeah, they're never gone. Plus, the veil is thin. It's close to Halloween. Shit is popping off.
That's true. He has a black cat.
It's true. This is his time to shine, baby.
So I'm thinking about it, but the problem is,
you go on so many trips.
Put this in your calendar.
What?
I will be going to Japan.
Ooh, that's fun.
Keep that in your calendar.
Okay, well, I'm not doing shit in the winter because I'm gonna be at my house doing nothing. So, have fun.
Like as per usual.
No, first of all, Rona's gonna pop off again, and I'm not trying to get Rona, and I don't like going on road trips when it's icy and scary. So basically, December, January, February, I am at my house, and I'll see you in the spring.
All right.
So you have fun in Japan. I will hold down the fort. If you want to get a cat before that, I will go and feed it.
I think that I'm, because of the way the plans are working with Japan, and I've been deep diving the Charlie thing. Like, I think I'm supposed to get cats after, like, okay, you've had all this time, all your lectures for the spooky season are done. Japan's kind of booked. When you get back, you've got to get a fucking cat. That's the universe.
Yeah, and it'll be like a new year, and maybe you'll do like cute stuff in Japan, or like see a weird sign with a cute word on it, and you'll be like, oh, boom, that's my cat's name.
Right? Or I'll go to like a raccoon park or a deer park.
Yeah.
Maybe find a Japanese cat.
Yeah, you could get one from there and rescue it and bring it home. People do that on TikTok. They find cats and dogs on vacation and they bring them home. That would happen to me. If I saw a street dog, I would be like, oh, now you're coming home in my bag. That's it. I can't leave you here. We're buddies now.
But then I would have to teach the cat English.
You would have to.
I mean, if it grew up only hearing Japanese.
I know what you mean.
I know you know what I mean.
I was agreeing with you.
Jesus Christ.
Well, that'll be very fun. I do have to bring up a beef that I have with you from last episode.
Oh, okay.
You edited me to talk shit about Dune 2, and I wasn't talking shit about Dune 2. You said on your trip you watched a shitty Mark Wahlberg movie, and then I said I would rather turn the TV off and look out the window, and you cut it out, and you made it sound like I was talking shit about Dune 2. I don't have a problem with Dune 2, and you need to own that you watched a shitty Mark Wahlberg movie.
I don't know if I cut it that way.
Yes, you did.
I'll have to listen to it. I don't remember doing that.
You made me into a liar. I was not listening, you guys. I have not even seen Dune 2. I don't have anything against the Dune movies, and you made me into a liar, and you cut out your embarrassing Mark Wahlberg movie story. You need to own that shit. Don't make me a liar.
You're probably right. I just have to listen to it.
I know I'm right. Because I was like, wait, I never said I want to see the Dune movies. I didn't say that.
All right.
Don't do that.
I must have did it on accident.
You are terribly embarrassed that you watched a Mark Wahlberg. What was it about, a dog?
I didn't. Well, that's the thing. I didn't watch it. We talked about how I didn't watch it because it was one of the movies that was on, and I would rather look out the window and watch the waves.
Yeah, that's what I said. And then, yeah, that's what I said. And then you go, that's what I did. But you cut it all out. You made it sound like I was talking shit about Dune.
Oh, I didn't realize I had done that.
You are fraudulent. There's my fix for that.
All right, I'll check it out.
Okay, the people who listened will know what I mean.
I really wish that I liked Friends, because whenever I travel, it's all that's on.
Listen, it's funny that you bring that up because I learned a new Friends fact that I didn't know.
Oh, Jesus.
I did. Listen, okay, you guys, you freaks out there. I've literally been watching it for days and days and days. It's on pause on my TV right now while I'm talking to you, and then I will go back to watching Friends. Anyway, so this is the fact that I learned. You guys out there that know all the episodes, there is an episode where Joey gets a hernia, and he still has to go on auditions because he needs to get his health insurance back so he can take care of the hernia. So he goes to a dog food commercial audition, and the line is something like, Purina 1, pick up a bag today. And he can't pick it up because he has a hernia, and the lady goes, the line is pick up a bag today, you have to can you pick it up? And he won't do it. And the lady who says that is Billie Eilish's mom.
What?
Swear. Swear.
That's the big breaking Friends news?
Yeah, that's cute. I love an Easter egg. That's exciting. Also, listen, side note, and I just realized this today watching Friends, Ross is a paleontologist, which is arguably the coolest, best job you could probably ever have, and easily the best job out of the group. And they think he's such a nerd, and none of them think it's cool or ever talk about it being cool. They talk about it like he's a nerd and that it's not a cool job. What is wrong with them?
That's what I mean. I can't watch this show.
That's crazy. Can you imagine somebody in your group was an expert in dinosaurs and you were like, okay, bro, let me talk about my regular ass job instead of your job? Who would ever say that?
I wish I could like Friends, but it's stuff like that that makes me insane that I can't watch it.
That pissed me off today. I don't know why I never noticed, but I was like, bro, they are so mean to him about his job, and he has the coolest job.
Like, I flicked through the channels at the hotel, and it was landed on Friends, and the gag of the moment was Joey was working at the coffee place, but pretending he wasn't working at the coffee place because he didn't want them to know. And I was like, what's wrong with working at the fucking coffee house?
Because he's embarrassed because he's an actor, and then when he loses his job, he still wants to be like the status of being an actor, and he didn't want them to know.
It's dumb.
But you're right. It doesn't matter what you do. They're still going to be his friend.
Right.
I know. Good times.
And
Hmm.
I'm trying to watch movies that I've never watched before that I hear people talk about all the time.
Oh shit, I love it.
So, do you know what I watched this week?
I better be excited. It better be something that I've asked you to watch.
I don't think it is.
Well, I've probably seen it anyway. What is it?
Showgirls.
Yeah, fuck yeah, Showgirls. Who doesn't love that movie? That's respect.
I've never seen this
It's
movie.
iconic. It's so campy and good.
It's wild.
The water sex part where she's doing that back thing?
It's wild. And
Yeah,
I had
iconic.
no idea that Kyle MacLachlan was in the film.
And he's hot in that movie. He's gross, but he's hot.
That movie is wild.
Dude, I'm so excited you watched that.
For what reason they think that what they're doing is like dance, like their dance shows. I'm like,
and it's so serious. They're being so serious. She's being so serious. Like, I really think she thought that was going to make her like an Oscar-winning actress, and it just made her into a joke. But it's like a cult class. Like, people love that movie.
I'll never watch it again.
I'll watch it again.
I didn't really enjoy it, but it was wild.
You've had worse times watching a movie.
Yeah, but I just kept like, I didn't know it was going to be like, all right, now fuck Kyle MacLachlan in a pool.
Yeah, and like thrash like a dolphin. I love it. I love everything about it. I love it. I'm due for a rewatch of that one.
So I don't know if I can suggest that to everybody, but that's what I watched this week.
I will suggest it to everybody. It's campy and wonderful and ridiculous and much beloved.
And full of butts and boobs.
Well, yeah, it's about strippers. Or, well, they're showgirls, but whatever. I love that you watched that. Why did you listen? What was it on like Pluto randomly or something, or did you put it on?
I was going through the Tubi list of like cult favorites.
Yeah, see, I told you.
And I was like, okay, let's start watching these ones I haven't watched. And one of them was Showgirls. And I had just watched a bunch of Zach Morris's trash YouTube videos. And so I was like, I guess I'm going to watch Showgirls.
That makes me really happy.
53-year-old man alone in his house. I guess I'm going to watch Showgirls tonight.
Great. And now you'll see how much it's in the fucking, what is the word?
Zeitgeist.
Yeah, zeitgeist. Thank you. That's exactly what I was thinking of. So I saw it the other day because somebody put, what was it? Some animal or something that's popular right now. They made it into the Showgirls poster. I don't remember.
Talking about making stuff popular, can I just say? Let Mudang live her life.
I know, everybody leave Mudang alone. I'm gonna make a leave Britney alone video, but it's gonna be leave Mudang alone.
Yeah, let her have a moment. Stop smacking her little butt.
I know, and they all act like it's so funny when she bites people. It's like, bro, she's doing that because she wants you to get the fuck away from her.
And then they're always like, they laugh when she falls down, when she runs away. She's running away.
She is running away. Leave her alone.
Leave her alone. Leave Mudang alone.
I hate it. I know. She's just a baby.
She's just a baby.
All right, I've got 3 movies to talk about real fast. They're all new, and they're all weird, and they're all good.
All right, make it fast.
Thumbs up on all of them. Okay, first of all, this one, I believe it's in select theaters, and no, it is in select theaters. As of October 4th, it's in select theaters. I don't have a VOD, video on demand streaming date yet, but when it comes out, you should watch it. Okay, it's called Frankie Freako. Frankie Freako. Cutest movie and title name ever.
Oh, I remembered seeing the trailer for it. It looked really good.
It is really good. It's the guy who made Psycho Gorman. It's made Frankie Freako. It's the official synopsis is a workaholic yuppie Connor is in an existential rut until one night he catches a bizarre ad for a party hotline hosted by a strange dancing goblin named Frankie Freako. Could this be just the recipe to spice up his boring life?
It's like Gremlins, right?
Yeah, it's like Ghoulies or Gremlins or like, it's like a little nugget guy. Well, there's a few of them, little nuggets. It's so cute. The effects are so great. The puppetry is so great. Like, it's just insane. They make like a lot of little taglines, like the little weird little goblins have taglines and they say shit out loud. And they like, he's like a straight laced guy and they come in his house and fuck everything up. They're real silly. It's real silly. It has big 80s silly Gremlins vibes. It's perfect. It's very bright.
It's this generation's Gremlin / Leprechaun.
It is, exactly. The lead, I will tell you though, it was very distracting for me because the lead guy looks so much like Spencer Pratt from The Hills that it was like hard for me. I'm like, a couple of times I was like, is that Spencer Pratt? But it's not. But Frankie Freako is a good time.
All right.
Thumbs up for me. So that's the first one. Second one. This one you guys are going to love. And Tenney, you're going to love it too. It's called Falling Stars. It hits streaming video on demand this Friday, October 11th. 2000. It's okay. It's the coolest lore ever. You know how like, okay, vampire movies have a lore, werewolf movies have a lore. This is like making a new lore about witches, and it's so good. The premise is like the best thing I've ever heard. Okay, so basically how I would explain it is,
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna try and do a good job and not fuck it up. Okay, so you know how like the in the Purge movies, there's like every year there's a fucking Purge night and everybody's under this, everybody knows about it and they just deal with it and it's just a thing that happens, right? So in this movie, it's kind of like that. Like there's this weird thing that happens every year in the whole world where witches fall from the sky in the form of shooting stars, and you have to stay in your house or they'll get you, kind of.
Okay.
It's so good. It's so creepy and quiet and beautiful. It's set in the American Southwest. The acting is so good. It's so good. It's like quiet. It felt like a fairy tale. It felt like a fairy tale, but like as kind of a horror movie. I put it on my best horror of 2024 list. I will say though, it's called Falling Stars, and I kind of wish it was called like Witch Night or like Witch Season, just to get people to turn it on.
Right.
Because I think when they see the poster and the title, they're literally not gonna know it's about witches. I wish it had like witch in the title, but other than that, I think it's perfect. I loved it.
When you witch upon a star.
Yeah, exactly. I know it. Yeah, literally. But no, and also it's a good watch for like, I know a lot of people like scary movies, but they don't like gore or they can't handle it or like anything like that. It's a very like quiet, beautiful horror movie. And yeah, so it hits streaming October 11th. So watch that.
Saying when you witch upon a star made me think about Wish Upon.
Oh yeah, that's the shit. That's the Puzzle Box movie.
Yeah.
Yep. I gotta rewatch
With
that
Ryan
because
Philippe.
you talk about that movie more often than anyone on the planet.
It's because it's so great. You don't remember it very well.
I don't, but I remember thinking it would be a franchise, and then everybody
Do
hated
you
it.
remember when Ryan Felipe, whatever his name is,
Philippi!
Ryan Phillippe, plays acoustic guitar for all his daughter's girlfriends, and they talk about how hot he is.
He is so hot. I saw him in a TikTok the other day. He's hot as ever. You guys look up Ryan Phillippe. It's just a fucking smoke show.
And
Still.
also look up Ryan Philippe.
No, that's not a real person. Okay, last movie of the year. Saying it right now. The Substance. It's in theaters right now by a French filmmaker named Coralie. I don't know how to say her last name. Farge. Basically, I don't know how to describe this either. Because the less you know, the better. You should just watch it. It's just screwed up and crazy. But like basically,
here we go. Can I try and I saw a trailer. Can I try and give a synopsis?
No, because I don't want you to tell them stuff that's in the movie.
I only know what's in the trailer.
Yeah, but sometimes the trailer shows too much.
Okay, go ahead.
Basically, it's like a fading Hollywood star gets the opportunity to take a stuff that will make her kind of young again, but everything gets all fucked up.
Good work, buddy.
And that's all I'll say. But the acting is sick. It's so beautiful. It looks like a early 2000s or 90s music video. Like it's very bright. It's very glossy. The camera angles are crazy. And the premise is so crazy. And then it gets crazier. And then listen, in like the last 15 minutes, it gets so crazy. Like I picture people in the theater going like, how did I get here? How did my day go this way? How am I watching this movie? What did I do? And I love every second of it, but some people are going to be like, this is absolute fucking insanity. It's like very 80s horror realness. It's brilliant. It's my favorite movie of the year. I gave it a 10. It's on my best horror movie of the year list. I will say though, it's got nasty body horror and nasty gore. Not the worst I've ever seen by any means, but it does have like, I don't like medical shit. It's got some medical shit. So if that makes you queasy, heads up on that, but it's still watchable, but it's pretty gross.
Did I tell you I watched Maxxxine?
I didn't watch it yet. Katie just asked me today too if I saw it yet, and I didn't watch it yet.
I watched it.
Did you like it?
It's not for me.
Did you watch Pearl and X?
I did.
Okay.
And those were for me.
What's your order?
Probably Pearl X, then this.
Do you like Pearl the best?
Yeah.
I like X the best. But I get liking Pearl. Pearl's kind of like Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. Interesting. I'll probably feel the same way.
Maybe.
Yeah, I gotta watch it. It's supposed to get on HBO, I think, in like a week. But yeah, I still gotta watch it.
You'll like it because, this is no spoilery stuff, but it's taking place at a time in California where there's A serial killer.
Yeah. Yeah, I like seedy Hollywood 80s, 90s realness.
Yeah.
I think I'll like it. I'm excited to see it.
And then my Tenney watch a movie that's older. It's actually not older, and I told you I did a rewatch of it.
Oh yeah.
For anybody who hasn't, I'd suggest watching the first Creep movie.
Creep is so good, you guys.
It's so good.
It's so fucking awkward, bro. You will be awkward the whole movie, and it's so good.
It's so good.
It's so good. And Creep 2 is so good. I love them both so much. And they're coming out with a show soon called The Creep Tapes. So just watch Creep 1 and Creep 2 and then watch the show and be a creep.
I forgot how uncomfortable that film is.
Bro, it's so uncomfortable. I feel it in my body right now and I haven't watched it in a minute.
I'm not spoiling anything, but like literally 10 minutes into the film, like the talk about like the tubby.
I was just gonna say tubby time. You'll be a changed person. Tubby time. And listen, Mark Duplass does not give a fuck about full frontal male nudity.
No.
Bless him for that. Bless Mark Duplass.
All right, that's all I got.
Yep, just go watch awkward movies with dicks in them. That's our advice for this week, guys.
Watch Creep and Showgirls.
That's it. The nakedest WooPod episode ever. That's gonna be the title.
All right, buddy.
Okay, good job.
Good job. I'm glad I'm back. I'm glad I got to see you today.
I know, it was fun.
It was fun.
We'll hang out soon. Oh, we have to hang out this Saturday.
Oh, we do.
Oh.
You gonna drop that on everybody?
No.
Okay.
That's for me.
All right.
Maybe we'll talk about it next week.
Okay, good job.
Okay, good job. Great job. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Jeez, you're so loud. Oh, it is looking all over the place. Oh, why?
I can do that longer.
Why did it make static?
I don't know. Bye.